Hi everyone, my name is Joshua Kane. Welcome to Movie Mansions, where I take a real estate agent's perspective into pricing out some of these amazing homes we see on the big screen. Today, we're starting off with one of my favorite characters from the MCU, Iron Man, aka billionaire, playboy, philanthropist himself, Tony Stark. Now, Tony holds multiple properties throughout his time in the MCU, but the property that I wanted to take a look at today is a property that we saw in his earlier movies, which is his mansion in Malibu that overlooks the Pacific Ocean. So without further ado, we're going to take a deep dive into seeing how much this property actually costs. All right, everyone, here we go. This is Tony Stark's Malibu beachfront mansion. And as you can see, it has a lot of fun activities to do on it. So you have a pool right here. You have a helicopter pad for your helicopter over here. And it's just a beautiful property right on the cliffs overlooking the ocean. Some other amenities include Tony Stark's garage, where he has at least 12 cars in there, and super advanced tech, state of the art gym. And then this is a view of the property looking in from the ocean. So as you can tell, it is a massive property. Also, all those pictures look a little bit fake because this mansion does not exist in real life. It was created all through CGI, but we're going to do our best to find a hypothetical price for the property. So first steps when doing a CMA is to see if there's any comparables in the market. So that's comps. We're going to go through some other property criteria here, but first we're going to go to the basics. After doing a lot of research, there weren't too many properties for sale in Point Dume, California. This property, 28808 Cliffside Drive, which is listed for $65 million, was the closest property to it. I believe that is it right here. And let's go through a couple pictures and compare some differences. So this property is definitely not as new as Tony Stark's. The style is not as modern whatsoever. And it also doesn't come with some other technology factors, and it's not right on the edge of the cliff, which in reality probably is a good thing. Has a nice outdoor area. Looking through the pictures, you get the idea it's super nice, but you also get the idea that it's not as nice as Tony Stark's. So we're going to start off our basic value at $65 million. Which this now leads us to the next question, which is how much more is Tony Stark's than 28808 Cliffside Drive? So one thing we have to factor in is all that extra space. So you can see right here, it's definitely more wide than 2880. Go back to the front here to try to give you some close views. It's not working. There we go. Okay. We're still sticking with it because we don't give up, even though our Wi-Fi is struggling. And look at that. It is fully loaded up. Wow. Just amazing. Right when I finished the sentence. So, yes, this is a massive, magnificent property, but it's not as sleek and large as Tony Stark's. So, in addition to that, you also have the helicopter pad. You have the pool right here. And I know that you have a very large garage in there. So overall, with all of the extra space, it's going to sound crazy, but we have to do at least another $25 million on there. Okay, so next comparable is Jarvis. So for those of you who don't know, Jarvis is the artificial intelligence that Tony Stark has created, and he keeps that in his house to help him with any mundane tasks, such as, hey, can you calculate 22 times 85? Or it's something along the lines of, hey, Jarvis, I need you to help me with this, creating a new compound for something. So he is a Google Home and Alexa on absolute steroids. So Pricing him is a little bit tricky, but the nice thing is that Jarvis is considered fixed property. So when you go ahead and you sell your house, there are some things that you negotiate to stay and some that you leave behind. But fixed property means that all buildings, works, fixtures, and fixed machinery and plant the sites thereof, which basically just says if it's in the ground, then it stays and is part of the property. Again, now Tony Stark selling his house will likely take Jarvis out of it, but let's just say for a fun little hypothetical, he keeps him in there for you, and you can have Jarvis as your AI assistant. So then that pricing is a little bit tricky because you can't use it as your own and license it out, but you get to have Jarvis in your house, which no one else does. So I'm going to add that as another $10 million, just because it is some of the most advanced AI in the entire world. Next up is Stardom. So in this hypothetical universe, Tony Stark will have owned the property. Now, having it be Tony Stark's, famous beachfront mansion, I mean, he is one of the most famous people in that entire MCU. It will also drive up the cost because now you can go to your friend, oh yeah, I just bought Tony's old place. So it's just like you guys are best friends and you get to brag about him. So although it doesn't add any physical properties to it, but just saying that you lived in Tony Stark's house adds a lot of value to it, which I believe would be at least $5 million. So with everything added up, I am projecting Tony Stark's Malibu Point Dune mansion to be worth at least $105 million at the bare minimum. So thank you for watching to the end. Like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments what other properties you want me to break down.